It's Tanya Brace Malone back with another YouTube video. As they recently gave me some new, they changed the work attire at my place where I work at Kroger. So we got these gray shirts we got to wear now. You can still wear black pants or dark stone jeans, but anyway, I'm glad they got away from the black a little bit. But instead of having a blue apron, we got a black one. Well, anyway, I want to show y'all what I copped from Ross today. I didn't spend but $18 on this fit. It was $18 even. And the pants, I got a pair of pants because I couldn't find any shorts in there really that I wanted. Sometimes I go in Ross, but I go in there about every day. So. Sometimes they have new stuff. Sometimes I don't really see nothing. You know. This is about the only thing I could find to cop that I actually liked. I didn't really need the jeans. I've got 2 pairs of black jeans. You know, one pair of Stevie brand black jeans and another pair of Kenneth Cole black jeans. Anyway, I got these out of the bigger boy youth section. They are Stevie jeans. That's the brand of them. I got them for $9.99. Original price, according to this tag, was $42. Now, if you was to get these jeans and they were in the men's sizes, they would have been like $16.99 and original price $70-some. Because when you buy stuff, the reason I can get stuff on sale a lot of times is because I can wear a smaller size in the bigger boy youth section. These are a size 16 in the bigger boys youth section. They're slim fit. Made in Pakistan. 83% cotton, 15% polyester, and 2% elastane. That's what this is. The Stevie jeans right here. This is the logo. This is the branding right here. But these jeans were only $10. And they were slim fit jeans. They got cargo pockets on them. And pockets. I like men's jeans. And I like women's jeans, but I like men's jeans because the pockets are deeper pockets and you can fit more stuff in your pockets. So I got these for $9.99. And they are sort of a skinny, slim type of fit. Now, I was looking at a shirt that I tried on, but I didn't really like it. It was it was a black shirt with gray on it that said her on it and a picture of her on it. If you've ever heard of a lady named Her who sings R&B, love songs and stuff like that, she's got I can't remember the name of the song, but it's called Damage, I think. But anyway, I like her music, some of her music. But anyway, I found this shirt because I like this one better because it's actually got a Bible verse on it. I hope it ain't got no hole in it or nothing because I forgot to ask him to check for holes. But anyway, this is the shirt I got, which matches the pants because it's got black and gray in it. And it's got Proverbs 31:25, she is worthy. She is worthy. This is a dope shirt, especially for women. And then on the back, it's got Child of God. Child of God. This size small in the women's. So this is what I got to go with these. I got both these pieces for $18. This shirt was only like $6.99 was how much this shirt was. So this shirt's dope because it's got a Bible verse on it, and I liked it because it had a pop of pink in it. So for $18, you can't beat that. $10 for a pair of pants. I may not wear the pants right now, but I will wear them when colder weather gets here. And I've got to go through my clothes and get rid of some stuff because when I buy new stuff, I gotta get rid of some stuff. You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of pants that don't fit me anymore that are too big on me, but there's some I may have to get rid of just so I can make room for other stuff. And these definitely fit me. I don't like my pants so tight that I can't breathe in them. I'm not that type of person. I like women's jeans to fit me, but a lot of times it's hard to find something to fit me here in town because I'm so skinny. You know, so I'm not going to pay $100 for a pair of pants. I probably would in the mall somewhere if I could find something to actually fit me, you know. But I still don't want something so tight. I want it to have stretchy material so that I can breathe in it. And if I wear baggy clothes, who cares? You know what I mean? It's what I wear. It's what I choose to wear. And it don't matter if a man likes what I wear. I don't give two shits. I'll dress the way I want to. But yeah, I got both those pieces for even $18, tax and all. Pants were $9.99, shirt was $6.99. It came to $16.98 plus tax was $1.02, so it came out to be an even $18. It is what it is. I got $100 left in my checking account, so I'm going to have to save what money I have to get my ass back and forth to work for the next 4 or 5 days, or however many days. I don't get paid again until next Thursday. I got me a coffee. I fixed me something to eat before I left. I threw in a load of laundry before I left. I did the dishes in the sink before I left, and I moved the trash can where it needed to be. I emptied the ashtray that was on the porch. I did a few things before I went to work today. I got up around 11 o'clock, and I've been up ever since. As y'all well know, I was off 2 days in a row. Wednesday and Thursday was my day off, and I got to work today and tomorrow, 3 to 11, and I won't know what my schedule is till I go in here, because they don't put it out till Fridays after 3 o'clock. I don't know why they don't give us a schedule 2 or 3 weeks out. It'd be really nice if they did. That way it'd be easier for me to make doctor's appointments and work around them, so I at least knew what days I was off. But unfortunately, they only give you a weekly schedule. I had a psychiatrist appointment. I think one's on the 23rd and one's on the 28th. One's at 9:30 or something, and the other one's at like 11 something. So if I have to come in earlier, I'm probably just going to have to call in on that day or something. I'm going to have to tell them when I go in here I got to be off them days. I can come in at 3, but I'm not going to be able to come in here earlier during them 2 days, because I got appointments, and those appointments were made before I ever started this job. I should have already told them, but I ain't told them. But they basically been having me working 3 to 11 or 5 to 11, So, but you never know what time they may have you coming in on day shift. You don't know. But the majority, when I was interviewed, they told me I would mostly be closing. So it is what it is, and I don't mind that way, because we don't have nearly as many people in the evening as people do during the day in here. This place is packed today. And Fridays and Sundays is our busiest days, and we got all this new meats and cheeses that we got to do and learn the codes to, and it's just crazy. But yeah, I haven't really wrote any lyrics in the last couple of days I was off. It kind of made me feel bad and feel guilty, but I guess I just had some things on my mind, and it is what it is. But yeah, but I showed y'all the fit that I copped today, and I really didn't need the fit. I've got plenty of clothes at home, but I don't know, I just get bored. Some days I just get bored. I have to say, I do. I get bored. I probably buy too many clothes, really, but, the thing of it is, I've got a lot of jeans in there that I probably really need to get rid of, because I don't have room for all of them. I need to get rid of some of them, because I've lost weight, so I probably need to get rid of some of them. Let's have a conversation. This is not really about God, but, when you talk about people coming up on social media platforms, maybe this will be about God, I don't know where it lead to, but sometimes in the middle of me talking about something, God just pops in the conversation, He just starts talking through me, He starts speaking His word. We talk about many things when it comes to, on social media, you see people making videos about fashion, you see people making videos about the Lord, you see people making videos about what they're creating in fashion by creating their own logo to create a Christian brand logo. You see people take shoes and clean them, and they come up with a shoe cleaner like Shunada or something to try to raise money, to try to make money off something. People want to be entrepreneurs. A lot of times we want to be entrepreneurs, and sometimes it takes a while for us to get to that status, to get to the point where we can actually make enough money off of it to where we can make a living and we don't have to work these 9-to-5 jobs. And we're a slave away to the government, because everything keeps going up, nothing's going down. They say gas is going down. Gas should never been $3 and something a gallon. Way back there, gas was $4 a gallon many years ago. And it was crazy. It's like $4 for a gallon of gas, and you got people traveling. There's some people in my town that travel an hour and a half to 2 hours to get to their job, and $4 a gallon for gas, the way it was many years ago, it's not right now. It's under $3 a gallon, but it depends on probably what state you're in as to how much gas is a gallon. You talk about it costs so much money just to pay for your food, you know what I mean? Like, I had a $323 check. I spent $50-some in the store yesterday. I came home with like 3 or 4 bags of stuff, and I had $50-some, $51. and 25 cents worth of groceries. And I really didn't get hardly anything for my money. But mind you me, I have celiac disease, so I have to buy gluten-free bread. I don't even get a half of a loaf of bread, and it costs me almost $7. Gluten-free crackers cost me $4 or $5 for a small portion. The stuff that they're putting in the food and everything else to cause people to have celiac disease. Do you not know that the wheat they're using in the food now ain't the same wheat they used to use? They put many things in stuff that causes people to have stuff to go wrong with their body, and that's why there's many people that have allergies. We wonder to ourselves, why do some people react to stuff when other people don't? We don't know the answers to everything, but only God knows. But we do live in a fallen world. Many people, we don't understand everything. You know what I mean? We sit back and we think, well, why? You ever think to yourself, why does one person react to something and have an allergy to something when another person doesn't? We don't know. Just like medications, one might react to you differently than the next person, But we don't know what all they're putting in our food, you know what I mean? We really don't. And at the end of the day, I don't know. I'm just rambling on about different things, but factual things is that, and another thing social media people do, they make videos about everything. You got people making videos about people who got engaged, My thing is, I guess, podcasters or whatever, they're looking for a mate or whatever, and now they're engaged to be married. I'm not mentioning no names, because if you watch any of them, you are to know who they are. I don't need to throw their name up. And all of us are wondering who the person is, because they're not disclosing the person. But who cares? You know what I mean? At the end of the day, just be happy somebody found somebody. I mean, if it ain't the right person, or if this person ain't who they say they are, then time will tell all. It don't really matter. I mean, don't let it phase you. Don't go on people's social media platforms trying to figure out who they are. Who cares? Work on building yourself. Work on building your brand. If you're trying to create a Christian logo, work on yourself. Don't worry about what somebody else picked or who they picked to be with. Just be happy for them and go forward. At the end of the day, it's up to you to choose who you want in your life. God can guide you to the right person. I do believe that. And I do believe in purpose partners. But I think many of us are looking for perfectionism. And there's no perfectionism. There's no such thing as perfectionism on the face of this earth. You're not going to meet somebody that you're never going to have a disagreement with, or that you're never going to have to work out issues. I mean, but I'm not saying that you should go out here because you're lonely and settle for somebody when you're really not healed from your past traumas. I'm not telling you to go out here. And many of people in the world want to talk about people who are single like they don't love themselves, like they don't. Just because you're single, God blesses the one that's single, because they can give all their time to Christ. We have a jealous God. He wants to be number one. He don't want nobody else to be above him. But any relationship or marriage needs to be centered in Christ. And quite frankly, not every married woman or married man is for you. Or not married man, but not, what I meant to say is not every Christian man or Christian woman is for you. You've got Christians people, the thing of it is, people think because somebody's Christian, they got to be perfect. People think that because, we're so quick to judge, but we really don't take a look at ourselves when we throw out our judgments at people. People's stories are not our story. And there may be many of people that say that's who God told me to be with, but that may be a lie. You don't know. You don't truly know them. So it's not for us to place our judgment on who they pick to be with or whatever they say. Like, I don't worry about that. I just focus on me and what I got to do in my life. I have to come to work. I got to focus on my mental health. Make sure I keep my mental health in well standing as best I can. Make sure I go to my counselor, my psychiatrist. Make sure I'm taking care of myself. Make sure I always put God first. And in my walk with God, I got to learn how to accept a healthy love one day when He brings the person my way. I'm not out here looking for anybody. I'm not seeking to date right now. Because I'm not on internet dating sites looking for somebody. I'm not doing that. I'm focusing on taking care of me and serving the Lord and doing what I need to do to take care of myself and love the Lord. And if God wants me to have somebody, then I will cross somebody's path somewhere down the road. And if not, I don't worry about it. Some days is lonely. Some days I wish I had somebody. But then again, I ain't going to settle. I'm not sitting on my platform telling anybody to settle for a toxic man or woman. I'm telling you, if you have been prone to picking toxic people, the one thing you need to do is work on yourself. Go to counseling. You don't have to have a mental illness to go to counseling. You know, because there's a lot of people out here who don't have mental illness that know that when people have mental illness that they manipulate, connive, and deceive people who have mental illness. Because they prey on the weak. Just like the devil preys on the weak, right? We want to show so much stigma to people who have mental issues. Many people have different stories, but not everybody's story is the same. Everybody's story is different. We're all created unique. We're not the same. Don't let another person make you feel like you ain't worthy of true love. Don't let another person enter your life and stay in your life and make you feel like you have nothing within you to give. God says that if you got Christ in your heart, you got much to give. But some of us need to grow up. Some of us need to grow up. Some of us don't want to date because we got a block around our heart because we got the bars put up because we're tired of dealing with people, but we didn't take accountability for the people we picked. And we blame God for things that we made a choice in. We live in a fallen world, obviously, right? We live in a fallen world. You have freedom of will. Who you choose in your life can make or break you. Especially if you're dealing with a mental illness or anything. And even if you ain't, it's not mentally good to deal with a toxic man or woman. We got to know that we have to make better choices in our life. Because if we continue picking people like that, then that's really why I'm not even dating. This is the first time in my life in 2 years I ain't been out here seeking somebody. I need to work on me. I'm not worried about a man. If God wants me to have one, they'll cross my path somewhere. That's the way I look at it. And if not, I'm good single. I'm not going to worry about it. There's one thing about me, I'll bounce back. I've bounced back by many comebacks. I've had many comebacks. I've had downfalls and down plays, but hey, I'm still here to live to tell my story. And I'm all an advocate for people with mental health. So at the end of the day, who you are in Christ is what matters. You're worthy of love. Don't never tell yourself you're not worthy of love. But focus on you and put Christ first in your life and He will guide you in the right ways. It says in the Bible, seek Christ in all thy ways. In all aspects of your life, seek Christ. He will guide you to the right person when the time is right. And even if you decide to be single the rest of your life, God still loves you. It's better to be single than to settle. Many people want to get up in the world will tell you being single is awful, but it's not. It's not an awful thing if you love yourself and you're okay with being alone. Yes, many times we are human. We are mankind. We are humans. But we don't seem to want to show kindness to the one who is single. The world wants to say a single person is not good enough, or that they are not wanting a mate, or that they want a mate but they don't find one. Many of us ain't out here looking for one. We're focusing on ourselves. Your age Your age is not the deciding factor when you will find somebody or when you will not. Don't look at somebody else and try to compare yourself to other people. Quit comparing yourself to other women if that's something you're doing. If you're trying to date and you're wondering why you haven't found the right mate and you keep comparing yourself to other people, quit doing that. There's something within you that's not very healthy when you want to compare yourself to other people. Other people have nothing to do with you and your decisions. Your choices and your voice that you have to speak life, not death. Many things will come and many things will pass, but who is not for you, don't let a person stay in your life. Don't settle for a man or a woman that's not right for you. If you don't want somebody with mental health, I want to speak to these people too. And somebody's honest enough to tell you up front what they battle and you don't want to deal with it, then don't date them. Don't get with somebody and then when they go through something, you decide you don't want to be with them. Just let it go. Don't even fool with people. People would rather you leave them the hell alone than sit there and leave them when they're down and out. We talk about cancer. We talk about, diabetes. We talk about breathing issues. The world accepts all these, but they don't accept when people have mental health. There's so much stigma in the world. And yes, God can heal you, but you have to believe He can in order to receive it. Many of us battle that. But anyway, if there's anybody out there that's never been saved, I want to take this time to ask if you would ask Christ into your heart. And if you truly believe that Jesus died on the cross and that He arose from the dead 3 days later, then you're saved. Then go find a non-religion church who speaks of God's spiritual gifts, who talks about the speaking God's holy language, which is His tongue language, interpretations, visions, and dreams, and get baptized. But remember, baptism is not the true way to salvation. You have to accept Christ into your heart first. Peace, love. Y'all be blessed. And remember, do not compare yourself to other people. You need to work on yourself and quit comparing yourself to everybody. That's what's wrong with the world. That's what's wrong with a lot of people. They're comparing themselves to everybody else. You are not meant to be the same as somebody else. God created you unique.